They could eat of that tree of life, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, they weren't supposed to eat. And you remember how all that happened, right? Where Eve takes, and then she gives to Adam, and he partakes. And the book of Romans says sin entered the world through that action, right? But something was said in creation, or after creation with Adam and Eve, that introduces Jesus. You just don't realize that it's him until much later. And that is as they are being cursed in chapter 3. He says this, the Lord said in verse 14 to the serpent, because you have done this, you are cursed more than all cattle, more than every beast of the field. On your belly you shall go, and you shall eat dust all the days of your life. And I will put striving between you and the woman, and between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, you shall bruise his heel. The New King James does not do the Hebrew justice here, because while the idea here is he shall bruise your head, the word at the end there, he shall bruise your heel, that means a bruising like you think about. And the idea here is that here's a snake. If you stomp on it with your heel really hard, you're going to bruise your heel. But what are you hoping to do to that snake? You're not wanting to bruise its head, are you? The Hebrew word actually is to crush. You're going to crush his head. Well, what do you mean that he shall crush your head and you shall bruise his heel? Who is the he? So you don't know any of that until you get all the way to the New Testament. And you realize that at the moment that Jesus died, Satan thought he had won. Can you imagine that? The Son of God, he only got to minister for 3.5 years. I stirred these people up so much that they thwarted his plans. And guys, Satan is done. He might have a few tricks, but none of them are new. And he is not omniscient like God is. What Satan did not know was everything that happened was all a part of God's plan. And so at the moment that he thought that he won, when he died and was put in that tomb, guess when his head was absolutely crushed? 3 days later, when he rose from the dead. You got to know that the devil was saying, oh no. Because not even death could keep the Son of God in the tomb. And at that point, he had crushed Satan's head. I want you guys to remember that as we partake of the Lord's Supper in a few moments. The victory has already been won, isn't it? We may mess up from time to time, but as we keep coming back to God and asking for forgiveness and trying to be holy like he is holy, we always need to remember that Jesus gave the death blow to Satan. He has nothing on us. He has no victory. He might win a little skirmish because we decide to do something we shouldn't be doing. But Jesus gave the victory. And every single time that we come back and we say, I'm sorry, Lord, and we repent, we're just reminded that Satan's power is only limited. The power of Jesus is the power that saves and the power that rules over Satan himself. Let's remember this when we partake the Lord's Supper.